everybody. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing 3 signs you are being bullied at work. And this is something that for most of you who know my personal story already know. I've gone through workplace bullying. But this is something I'm sharing because I've realised through my own research and talking to lots and lots of people that workplace bullying is so much more common than most people realise. And this is something I'm sharing for anybody who is currently going through this, or through anybody who suspects maybe they're being bullied at work and they've just got an inkling but they're not quite sure. So this is to help anybody who is going through that. And these are sort of 3 main signs I would say for you to just watch out for and to think about. The first one is to look out for subtle cues and subtle things that they may do. So this could include sending you sort of like prompting emails, or emails which are a little bit abrupt or not very, how can I say, polite and not great, firstly, or blaming you for things. The second thing is just, popping by to your desk or to your office, checking up on you, seeing what you're doing. And the third thing may be, again, very subtle, them getting other colleagues or other people to check up on you or to see how you're progressing with your work and what you're doing. So number 1 are the subtle signs. So it doesn't necessarily mean that those are the things that might be happening to you. It could be even more subtle than that. But just try to think of any subtle cues where you feel uncomfortable or you feel as though it's not professional. That's the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say, and this is where it gets a little bit more like nitty gritty and a bit more school mentality, I have to say, because I've heard a lot of stories about workplace bullying. So this is one that I think a lot of people try to sweep under the carpet, but it happens. The second one is embarrassing you or deliberately undermining you in front of your co-workers and other colleagues. So what they might do is your boss or your manager, whoever it is that's bullying you, it might not even be a boss or manager, it could be a colleague. They may say something in a meeting about you, snigger, laugh, say something about sort of the work you did, or just undermine or undervalue you and make you feel quite embarrassed in the meeting or in the office, or they could do it again very subtly just in front of another colleague in a meeting. So this is something that I've heard a lot of stories about, and it's happened to me myself, and it's not great. So this is not subtle at all. This is very, very sort of unsubtle. So this is one that comes up a lot as well. And the third one is, and this again isn't very nice, but it's happened to me, is being shouted at or threatened or feeling scared after an encounter with the person who's bullying you. So basically, this is what it says on the tin here. This is if somebody just shouts at you for maybe not doing things according to their way of thinking, or they threaten you. They may say something like, "Oh well, if you don't complete this work by such and such date, I'm going to go straight to such and such person and tell them that you're not working competently," and just generally feeling quite scared of them. So whenever you see them, you might feel a bit jumpy and might feel a bit despondent and feel very uncomfortable around them. So I'm just going to recap over these 3 signs just to help anybody who's watching this today. The first one, as I said, are subtle signs: emailing you, checking up on you, or getting people to spy on you. And as I said, these, there could be more subtle things that they're doing, so just think of subtle things. The second one is deliberately embarrassing you and humiliating you in front of your other work colleagues. And the third one is being shouted at or threatened and feeling really uncomfortable and unsafe at work. So I really hope that this short video helps you a little bit. The purpose of this is to help anyone who is going through this to feel as though you're not alone. If you would like to talk to me about this, I'm always here. It's not a great thing to go through. I've been there. But what I would say is that it's not your fault, secondly. And thirdly, nobody, and I mean this with a lot of love and respect for anyone who watches this, nobody deserves to be treated this way. All right? So I really hope this helps anybody who needs this right now. Please pass this on to anybody you think is being bullied at work or feeling generally despondent at work, because I really hope that this helps them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care. Bye.